Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of PharSide Folios. We are continuing our month-long celebration of African American children's and young adult literature with a special series of author interviews along with our daily post. And today we are in for a special treat. We have as our guest author Zara Bryan. She's 9 years old from the beautiful island of Nassau, Bahamas. And what I want our audience to know is that she is a magical Black girl. And she wants to encourage young girls through her book about finding the magic within themselves, seeing their beauty, and how to share that magic with her world. It's her love of reading and writing that encouraged her to explore books in libraries and recognize that there wasn't a lot of representation of children that looked like her. And so that was a struggle for her, and trying to find books that celebrated her own uniqueness and beauty. So as a result, Zara wrote her first book, Black Girl Magic, and a book about loving yourself just the way you are. So we're excited to have young Zara with us. Welcome to the Far Side, Zara.
Hi. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Well, let's start off with what was the inspiration for your book, Black Girl Magic, a book about loving yourself just the way you are?
Well, as you said before, I took a look in libraries and I didn't see much characters that looked like me. And I personally thought that was a problem. So I wrote this book so I could inspire Black girls around the world and to help them realize the magic within themselves.
Amazing. So without giving the whole story away, tell us a little bit about Black Girl Magic.
Okay, so Black Girl Magic, the main character, Kaelyn, which is based on me, she goes into grade 2. She's really pumped and excited about it. She takes a seat in her class, and these two mean boys, Pholio and Christopher, they pick on her. They tell her that she's not worthy and that she doesn't have anything to offer. And Kaelyn, she feels sad about it. She feels broken, like they're right. And, when she gets home, her mother tells her that that's not true, but no matter what anybody said, it still felt true because she didn't feel anything. She felt broken, like she was nothing at all. And then when she got down to her desk and she opened a piece of paper and she started writing in her journal, and she said, "Why? Why am I allowing someone to make me feel this way? Just why?" And then she started writing positive affirmations. She started writing good things about herself, like, "I am beautiful, I am persistent, and I am magical." And she stood up to them and she said that she is magical, she is incredible, and she is unique and special just the way she is.
This is a beautiful story that will motivate, encourage, and inspire anyone that reads it to be able to find those affirmations that will encourage themselves to realize that they are beautiful, that everything is possible for them to achieve their dreams. So this is amazing what you've done with this book. So in your story, you talk about your character Kaelyn, who's trying on this path of discovering her gifts and talents by looking within herself. So did you have a similar journey of discovery like Kaelyn in discovering your gift for writing?
Yeah, I had a similar discovery as her. I think actually the same. Well, after I came home feeling broken and awful like Kaelyn did, I did write in my journal and I did say positive affirmations to myself to make me feel better and to realize that I am amazing, I am unique and special.
All right, so I heard a good key word in there, the importance you've had that experience of writing and journaling. And was that a big part of your starting to
Um,
write your book?
Well, I always wanted to be an author since I was a little girl. I started writing when I was 5 years old, and I realized I wanted to be an author when I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Being an author has been like my dream for a while now.
That is amazing. And you're realizing your dream, and you have this wonderful book and such a powerful message about self discovery and seeing the beauty within and going and chasing after your dreams. And I think girls from all over, from different backgrounds, from different races and cultures, will connect with Kaelyn's story about this journey of self discovery and this journey that will empower them to be the best that they can be and see all of the possibilities. What are some of the similarities and differences between you and Kaelyn?
Well, we are both magical black girls. We both got bullied. We actually have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
We both felt the same. We both journaled. We both said positive affirmations about ourselves. The one thing I think is different is I feel like in the book I made Kaelyn have it a bit easier and I had it harder because every single day I went to school I had these boys, they would throw spitballs in my hair and me and my friends we just couldn't have it. It took me about 6 weeks to actually get up the courage. With Kaelyn, it took her like 2 weeks. But I was just afraid because they bullied me and my friends so badly. They would usually put ketchup in our hair. They would laugh at us all the time. And I just didn't know how to stand up to them. So it took me longer to take time to stand up to them. So I think that was different.
Well, we are happy that you found the courage to stand up to the bullies that you were dealing with. And you've definitely showed those bullies who you are as a magical black girl who is now an author, and you are, sharing your book on different venues on social media, and you're engaging in different events. So you're out there doing some things that your bullies are not even doing or can do. And so you have the capacity of greatness, and we see that in you. We're just so proud of you and this book. So I want to ask you this question. Why was it important for you to talk about discovering your values, self-worth, and building self-esteem in your story?
So that other black girls, like myself, magical black girls, could do the same. I want all of the magical black girls around the world to have this book so they can realize how truly amazing and magical they are.
Okay, so that is a powerful segue to plugging in where they can find your book. Where is a good place for our viewing audience and those who will watch the replay? Where can they find your book, Zara?
It's on Amazon for purchase, but if you go to my online accounts, if you go to blackgirlmagicbooks.com, all of the places you can buy the book, even my online information, it'll be there. blackgirlmagicbooks.com.
All right, so we're going to make sure our classroom teachers, all of my colleagues who teach in schools all across the nation, all of my librarian friends who work in school settings, and those who work in public library settings, grab this book. We highly recommend it to put in your classroom libraries, your public libraries, your school libraries. It's a great addition for your collection, especially during a time where we're talking about diversity and inclusion and going in, ending African American History Month, and then going into Women's Month. We've got this beautiful, magical young Black girl author who's doing some amazing and powerful things. So you definitely want to pick up this book and add it to your collection. So, what is something that you can tell us that you want readers to take away from reading this book?
To never give up and to never doubt how truly magical and amazing and unique and special that you are.
All right. You heard the message. We want you to realize, and Zara wants you to realize, how special and magical you are. So put it on a sticky note, put it on a note in your lunchbox. Remind yourself that you are magical and your dreams can be achieved. All right, anything is possible. So, Zara, with this being your first book, what was your writing process like?
It took about 6 months before the actual book got published.
Mm-hmm.
The process was long and hard. I think the hardest part for me was editing. I had a great editor. Me and her worked really well together, but we had a disagreement. She wanted me to take out this really important affirmation that I felt was so important to the story. And I went to my mom saying that she wanted me to take it out. And she told me that it's my book. And if I don't want it out, I don't have to have it out.
All right. Good advice from mom. And we're thankful to moms who watch out for our best interest and want to make sure that we are able to use our voice in the way that we've given it and designed our voice to be heard, especially in writing your book. So kudos to mom, because she did a great job in helping you stand up for what you wanted in your story. What are some, as you know, you've gone through this journey of publishing your first book and, you know, had to deal with the challenge of editing and then, you know, all of the different steps you take going from writing the story to finally publishing and doing marketing and all these wonderful things. What is maybe one or two writing tips that you can give, you know, other young writers out there?
Well, when I figured out that I wanted to write, I committed to being an author. I wanted to write. Writing has always been my long-term dream. So I guess if I could tell them one thing, it'd be to stick with it. If you really want to write and you really want to be an author, to stick with it. And don't let anyone tell you that you're going to fail at being an author, because a lot of people told me that I would never succeed at being an author. But look at me. I published my first book. So can you.
Yes, You can do it. That is such great advice that you've got to commit and stick to it, not give up. And you stick to it and not give up, anything is possible. And Zara has proven that with Black Girl Magic. So I'm encouraging you. You've heard the story first. You've heard it here that you need to pick up this book just to get those positive affirmations. And we become better writers the more we read. So read this book and it'll motivate you no matter what age you are. No matter the age, you'll get some powerful messages and a powerful affirmations from picking up this book. So Zara, job well done. So is there anything you have, any future projects that you're working on or thinking about?
Well, I just had a coloring book come out, a Black Girl Magic coloring book that will also be on Amazon for purchase. But I'm working on a journal, a Black Girl Magic journal.
All right. So you are going to be, our readers, our listeners, our replay viewers are going to be able to bundle and make this a perfect gift of you'll get a journal, a book, and a coloring book. And that's something interactive that parents can do with their children and share the story and the affirmations with their children, engage in a hands-on activity through coloring, and then encourage writing through having their own Black Girl Magic journal. That is going to be amazing. And I'm going to need to get a journal for myself because I am a Black girl that has some magic. I still have magic. So when I say to you, Zara, that representation matters, what does that mean to you, especially for this, story of Black Girl Magic?
That when you go into a library anywhere, you want to see yourself pictured in this book. You don't want to just see white girls, white boys. You want to see people as your color, like Black girls, Black boys, Spanish people. You want to see all of the people pictured in this book, not just white people.
All right. And so that's representation matters, as you want to see yourself. You want to see images of yourself. And we definitely, in your story, are so proud of the image of a young Black girl who is going after her dreams and affirming herself with her words and through journaling. So, and being able to stand up against bullies, despite how they may pick on her, and finding the strength and courage to do that. And so we are so excited about this book. And we want to again encourage all of our viewers and those who will watch by replay that you can connect with Zara on her social media platforms. She is on Instagram and she is on Facebook, I believe, and Twitter. Facebook. Okay, so she's on Facebook and Instagram, so definitely follow there. She also has an amazing website, ZahraBryan.com, where you can learn more about Zara and more about Black Girl Magic and any of the events that she might have coming up. And also she mentioned Black Girl Magic books as well, so you can check her out there. So I'd like to thank my special guest, Ms. Zahra Bryan, for spending time with us this afternoon, and we wish you continued success with the Black Girl Magic book and the coloring book as well as the journal, and then all of the wonderful projects to come, because we look forward to seeing your name on many books on shelves in bookstores and libraries as well. So thank you so much for being with us on the far side today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
All right, so we're going to tell our viewing audience, make sure you're staying tuned to the PharSide Co-Ed Book Club Facebook page for more author interviews and posts as we celebrate African American children's and young adult literature during the month of February. So until next time, many roots, many voices are part of the infinite story. So plant your seed. Have a great afternoon.
Bye.